Okay, this message is going to be a general message for Cancer Collective. What message does Cancer need to hear at this time? I hope that if you can hear my voice right now, that you are having a blessed day. Wishing you much love and joy. This is the card of surrender. It's number 26. That's an 8. It's about taking action. And I do had, in the pre-shuffle, I did have a feeling of like a fear of taking action. Someone being afraid of taking action. So this is the Waning Crescent 3. And the card is called Surrender. I'm just kind of soaking it in for a second. Beautiful, beautiful card. Okay. And that is from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And so we'll also get one from the Starseed Oracle. That's just the 2 decks that I'm using for this, the overall energy of the message. This is for Cancer. Ooh, you got 2 cards. Let's take a look here. The 7 Star Sisters, that came out for somebody else this week too. I can't recall which one. 7 Star Sisters. And that's about birthing creations. You're on the verge. You want to start something. And this is about expression, expressing yourself. Yeah, so somebody's holding back from a creation that's welling up inside of them because of fear. Okay, and then star bathing, light body, crystal grid transmission activation. This just came out for Leo. I just did the reading for Leo, and this card came out too, and I shuffled like 5 times each one of these decks before I started this reading. So star bathing is all about healing. So these 3 cards together, what I'm getting is a feeling of needing to heal from something that is causing you to be fearful of taking action in a creation that you're being called. There's something you're being called to create, but you are like I heard self-sabotaging yourself. You're stopping yourself. So let's find out, what is this fear about here? Let's read the meanings for these 3 cards first. Okay, so this one is called Surrender, and it's the Waning Crescent 3. And I hope that's not too much glare. Okay, and it says, surrendering doesn't mean giving up. Let go of what you no longer need. Stop being so stubborn about holding on to aspects and behaviors that don't align with who you are now. Stop struggling. And the saying on this card is, I let go, I surrender my struggle, I allow the universe to work through me. Yes, I feel like there's just a situation here where it's like you're being held back, completely held back from what you're meant to do and be because of fear. There's something beautiful that wants to come out of you. Hold on. Gotta love those dogs. Okay, so this is the 7 Star Sisters. And this one, I'm going to read the pertinent part for me. It's like pertaining to what I'm getting for the reading for each one of these cards, because if not, it would take a really long time. This says, perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project, such as a new business or a book. Or perhaps you're being called to weave beauty in your home or in the way you cook. Regardless of the end result, you're being called to express yourself through your creativity, to surrender to the creative project that both scare and excite you, to find a way to weave beauty back into everyday life. For where there's creativity, spirit, and soul are present, and the world needs those qualities more now than ever before. And the soul inquiry says, what new creations are you being called to birth? And that to me is so, I'm telling you, there's something so beautiful that is ready to be put into the world that you are ready to create. I feel like it's already kind of like the game plan is already there. like the planning, the thought process, everything's been done, but you are still, it's like you're not stepping through the doorway, you're not opening the door. And before this, I kind of had like a mental movie that played about I could see someone on an escalator going through, it was a really dark tunnel, and they were going up the escalator, and when they got to the top, and I was so curious about like what's at the top of this, what's at the top of this, and it was like this big metal door, and it was latched with this huge like this lock thing that you have to like pull up and slide, and the person's hand was on the lock. They were ready to open it, but they hesitated. They were waiting. And I'm like, what is on the other side of that door? But there's this fear there that's stopping you from unlocking that. It's almost like you're afraid of the possibilities. Okay, and then let's take a look at star bathing. Okay, and then this one is star bathing. And what I got for Leo from this card was like the Four Swords kind of energy, because you can kind of see there's a woman laying on her back on the ground. And it's like, if you think of sunbathing, this is star bathing. Instead of soaking in the rays of the sun, soaking in the energy from the stars. And the feeling I'm getting from this in correlation to this one is just that opening up, that being still, allowing what needs to come out in a way of not resisting. And the card says light body crystal grid transmission activation. And it says this card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of the earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. It also can mean that your light body, the energy body in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take things extra slow in order to integrate this change of vibration. And it says, I open myself up to receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me. And as they do, may it heal the earth too. So it's like, what I'm getting is so weird how I can have the same card come out in two different readings and get something completely different from the card. So in this one for you, what I'm getting is there's a creation that you are meant to put into the world. And that's going to be different for different people. But by putting this creation into the world, there's an experience along the way that you will be having that will allow you to heal yourself. And the result of you healing yourself is others will be healed as well. But it's almost like you're going into it in a way of like, I'm doing this as like, there's a purpose here of, I'm doing this to help others, but not saying that you're saying I'm going to heal other people, but it's like I want to help other people. And so as a result, you end up healing yourself in the process through this experience. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at the tarot. What's the situation here? This is for Cancer, general reading. What's the situation? The Four of Wands. This is a card of stability, being invited to a celebration. Yeah. And in this picture, you have these two people dancing on the roof of a building. And you have these four trees around them. So to me, right now, this is representing growth. And I noticed in this card, I don't think I've noticed this before, you have these birds here, and they're on these lantern lines, and the lantern lines are connected to the house. So for me, I do feel that they're through this project, there is a connection. You might end up with a partnering with someone, and I'm getting, it's so weird because I'm getting, remember that like game where you would have long time ago, one person has one cup and then there's a string and then the other person, that's what I'm seeing with these here. It's like your message getting out into the world. And then what I'm seeing with the birds, like you and a partner, what I'm seeing with the birds, it's like they're inching closer and closer and closer to you to hear your message. That's what I'm getting from that card. Okay, and we'll clarify here too. What is crossing the situation? Let's get a card for crossing the situation. Oh, that one flew out. Oh, the sun. I love that. And you know, with the sun being here, this card for me, it always stands out to me that she has this bird over one of her eyes. And I'm getting very strongly is that there are things that you're going to need to turn a blind eye to. So a lot of times with this card, I'll get, there's something you're not seeing yet. But this reading I'm getting, there are things that you're going to need to turn a blind eye to so that you can stay on your path, so that you can stay optimistic. That might be gossip or people saying things about you or whatever it might be. You're going to have to not let that stuff get to you because you're on a mission. You have a purpose. There's something that you're here to do. I love that the sun came out. So crossing the situation, we'll clarify. What's the advice here for Cancer? What does Cancer need to hear right now as far as advice goes? The Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups can be about your old self versus your new self. And when I say versus, what I mean is a person presently reflecting back on who they used to be and how they've grown, how far they've come, who they've grown into. Like, wow, I can't believe that I'm able to be this person. Now, a lot of times I'll see it as your present self looking at your past self, but I'm getting in this reading, I'm getting your future self looking back at who you are today and saying, oh my God, I can't believe how much I've grown. I can't believe how brave I am now. It's like if you had told me 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, that I would be brave enough to be doing what I'm doing now, I wouldn't believe you. And that's kind of in your present self, understanding that there's a more powerful you that's waiting to come out. And I feel like that's what you really want. Like you want to allow that part of yourself to come out. But you're letting this fear stop you. Yeah. It kind of got me choked up. And then you got the World on the bottom of the deck. And the World is all about like ending a cycle, moving past old habits, old thought processes, old behaviors, and being birthed into a new way of being, into a new world, into a new reality. It's like, and the world can also be about communication to the masses. It can be about it, for me as a reader, the internet, reaching the world, and it also can be about traveling. And maybe for someone, this leap of faith, this getting that door unlocked and being brave enough to open it may open opportunities for you to travel around the world. But that step needs to be made. And I'm being called really strongly. There's a lot of emotion that's coming up. Like I'm feeling very emotional right now. And I don't know why. I was fine when I started this reading. But there is a feeling of you needing to be brave enough to do this because you only get this, it's like, what are we here for? The whole point is to experience this life. You're not meant to live a mundane life. You're meant to live something extraordinary because you're extraordinary. Don't talk yourself out of that. Okay. I don't know why that has got me so emotional. I do feel a very strong sense of a partnership opening up here, some type of partnership opening up as a result of this. I do get that very strongly. I want to fix this. This is driving me nuts. Okay. Oh, and you know what too? That maybe that's also part of it. Maybe you're getting too lost in the details. You know, when I started doing my readings, it's been a long journey for me. When I started doing my readings, I was terrified to record myself. I was terrified. I'm like, I don't like my voice. I don't like this. I don't like that. I'm so scared. Like, what if people judge? Like, there were so many things that like really paused me and hesitated me and made me feel unsure, made me doubt myself. And the whole reason I'm saying that is because I am so happy now that I get to get up every day and read for people. And really, it doesn't matter if one person watches this video. I know people say that, but it's like when I get the one thumbs up or I get the one feedback, like, yes, this is what I needed to hear right now. That is so, because if I had never done this, if I had never had the courage to do it, that person wouldn't have been reached in that way, you know? So you have the Six of Pentacles, clarifying the Four of Wands. And then you have the Four of Swords. This one right here is coming out a lot for a lot of people. And so these two cards together are saying to me that there is healing that is happening through someone offering what they have to another person. It is a healing energy for sure. But this also could be representing a mentor or someone who's kind of already like versed in whatever this thing is, this creation, the field of the creation that you are putting out there or that you want to put out there. There could be someone that's already kind of versed or knows the ropes a little bit that might be kind of giving you some knowledge. And it's almost like a feeling of them, like, I definitely don't think that you've met this person yet, but it's a feeling of like, it breathes life into you. It's like gets you excited. I would be surprised if the Ace of Wands didn't come out, something like that. But it's almost like, oh, this isn't like as hard as I thought. Like, and it's because you're made to do this. You are made to put this creation into the world. So it will at some point feel natural because all of the things that you're making up in your mind that are helping you keep that door locked don't exist. And then the Sun, you've got the Two of Pentacles. I'm going to go ahead and clarify that one more time. I'm going to get one more card. Why is the Sun and the Two of Pentacles here together? Why is the Sun and the Two of Pentacles here together? 10 of Pentacles. So this tells me it might be two things for some of you. It might be, it's almost like there's one thing that's really easy for you, and then one thing that you kind of are protective of, but it's like they're separate, but they're intertwined somehow. And this is the end result here of these projects together. It's this long-term deal. It's like this This is all about creating your legacy. So you are juggling two things. One might be just more prominent in your life. One might be the easy thing. One might be something that people already know about you or see, and it's obvious. And the other one might be more of that's the one that you're holding back on, the one that you're not ready to put out yet. And you are ready, but you're stopping yourself. And then it's the combination of these two. I'm getting two sources of income that bring you abundance. So if you've been kind of working on two projects or have ideas for two projects, then this is definitely for you. And then you have the Six of Wands on the bottom. This is basically saying you are assured to be successful. All you have to do is unlock that door and open it. That's all you have to do. Why is the Six of Cups here? Oh, that one came out right away. Oh gosh, this reading, dang man. So this is the Nine of Pentacles. This is all about someone who is financially independent, is able to do so well that they can focus on their passion. Like they don't even have to try to make money because their attention is on their passion. And so what that allows them to do is have enough that they're totally financially secure. This is definitely like an entrepreneurial type card too. But not only are they able to be financially independently financially secure, but they also have enough to give back, to donate. So it's like if you can't get past the fear because you know whatever reason for yourself internally, then maybe shifting a focus of I am depriving the world of this gift, like I'm keeping this, being selfish to myself, but then I'm also stopping the amount of people that I could donate money to, the organizations that I could help, by keeping myself where I'm at instead of, being financially secure. Once you step into this place of being financially secure, there's a lot of more people that you can help. So yeah, to me, this reading is all about success. Yeah, and then you got the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is a fire sign person who is very passionate. Everything around her grows. It can't help itself. It's like just being in her presence makes everything and everyone around her like light up. And it's not an in-your-face, arrogant, bold energy. It's more of a, this is someone who receives. This is more of like a seductive energy. Like people can't help but be drawn to this person because they're magnetic. And then there's a feeling of, that was on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pull one more for the card. There's a feeling of like feeling lucky. Okay, and then why is the World here? The Hermit. So yeah, it's time to stop. I don't know why, but the word sheltering in place the words sheltering in place just came through. Like it's time to stop dimming your own light and hiding from the world. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is really powerful. This was a powerful reading. There could be, I don't know. There's something else coming through here. We'll get a postcards from Spirit while I concentrate on that for a minute. This is for Cancer general reading. I hope that this message finds you well. And I hope that you are able to get something beautiful out of this message today. Yeah. Okay. I think I just lost whatever that was. I was trying. Okay, so one more card to end the reading from Postcards from Spirit for Cancer, general reading. One more card from the Postcards from Spirit. There we go. One's definitely meant for you. Okay, so the back of the card says, with love. And then this is the front of the card before I read it. And it says, dearest you, we have something exciting to share with you. You are a manifesting master and you don't even know it. This is so cool. There will always be enough of everything that you need in your life. Money, opportunities, love, kindness. So whatever you're asking guidance about, have faith and be open to the many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. Oh my gosh, this is powerful. Whoever is hearing this, this is powerful. When it says spirit is the source of your supply, think about that. That's like the deepest well. It's like it never runs out. It never runs out. There's no end, there's no limitation to the supply. So if there's no limitation to the supply, there's no need for a feeling of lack or that there's not enough for you. I heard a saying recently, and I don't remember who said it. Someone said it's like better to kind of look at something from a way of saying, instead of like comparing yourselves to others or looking at other people and being kind of jealous of what they have or intimidated by it or whatever, or like I could never kind of thing, switching that thought process to, if they can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. The only difference between you and them is that they had the courage to unlock the door. That's it. That's it. The rest of the card says the universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe. So whenever you fall into insecurity, you will be shown an illusion as if your fear were real. But the truth is that the universe is abundant. You are and always have been enough, and abundance is your natural state. If you can imagine something consistently as truth, you can and will create it. You are so on the right path now. Keep believing, then the seeing happens. Keep believing, then the seeing happens. Having faith is all about not seeing it tangibly in front of you, believing that. It says loving you more and more every day. Absolutely beautiful reading, Cancer. I am so pumped and so excited, and just feel very, very like my heart is feeling very open right now for you. I wish you all the best. Many blessings.